Welcome back to our Pro Cycling Manager 2024 career mode with REMBE Pro Cycling, brought to you by REMBE Pro Cycling. So we are 2 weeks into the Giro d'Italia 2028 and it's not exactly looking great when it comes to GC. 3 minutes 44 behind with Louis Joulers on the Remco Evenepoel, so we look doomed. But I simply will not give up. I believe we can still win this race. Like parkour-wise, this is where the actual mountain stages begin. On stage 15 with a medium mountain stage, then Monte Bondone multi-mountain stage. We've got stage 18, 19 and 20 mountain stages, but stage 20 is a Monte Lusari time trial, so I expect Remco to maybe take time on us there. But I've got this feeling that stage 19 might be the one. Trecime di Lavaredo, we've got a massive mountain stage up to high altitude with steep gradients in the final few kilometers. Like, look at it, 14.8% for the last 3K, so that is deadly for Remco. At least that's what I'm hoping. But next to GC, we are also leading the Ciclamino classification, so the points classification, by roughly 22 points with Lewis Bauer over Arnaud Delis. So that is a jersey I believe I can keep. But on stage 17 and on stage 21, both sprint stages, so everything can still happen. Anyway, time for stage 15 then. Not exactly the stage where I believe I can take minutes on the Remco Evenepoel, but I'll try nonetheless. And I've got some pretty fantastic news starting week 3 here. Louis Joulers, our GC rider, is now in a fitness peak, officially, so I'm expecting great form. Anyway, let's start off the madness. I'm actually trying to get in the breakaway with Georg Steinhauser. He's 9 minutes behind in GC, so I'm not sure it will work, but he's got fantastic form and it's always good to have a second rider up there in GC, you know? 40 seconds later, we've got a team still pacing in the peloton. I've got no clue what that team is though. Team Hopla Petrole Firenze with Johannes Tonemitten, previous Giro d'Italia winner at Arkea, remember? Anyway, I believe I've bottled it. Steinhauser and Bauer are basically both done for, so completely stuck in a chasse-patate. I'm gonna have to get them back to the peloton. My attempt to get in the breakaway failed completely. Looks like the peloton is sitting up, but the gap towards the breakaway is only 3 minutes on a climb where I think I can bridge, so Marco Brenner can try and go in the break instead. So 44 kilometers left, a single big climb to come, and I gotta say this stage has not gone to plan. Brenner in the breakaway with Aramburu, but they're doomed. It's like a minute, less than a minute to the peloton where Milan is actually picking up Ciclamino points and Bauer's 22 minutes off the back, so he definitely can't sprint for it. Let's hope he comes in time. In the peloton, I'm looking good though. +3 on Louis Joulers, so that is 79 medium mountain, 82 hillstad, 69 sprint, 82 mountain, so everything you want, and my team's looking good, so I'm actually gonna try something on this climb. 4 kilometers left on the climb. The REMBE train is cooking, but we're not exactly doing damage in the group that we're in, so not really what I'm looking for. What if I attack with Herzog right now on a pretty fast tempo? Watzek loses the wheel right now, and then we've got a gap on the others. Yes, that's the plan. Herzog at the front can go 90, something like that. Watzek can get into the wheel or just sit up right here. We've got Van Zevenand closing it down for Remco Evenepoel. Steinhauser now needs to go, let's do 90. Is that possible? 90, 87, 88 towards the top. And Del Toro closes us just before the top. So whatever we just did, it did not work. Oh, crashed by GC Kus at Polti Cometa right here. His teammates are waiting right now, but he's 12th in GC on 8 minutes 58. So not exactly our biggest competitor, but I'll keep on pacing, not to drop him, but to put pressure on the others. Actually, the thing with the final is, it's a hill just before the finish line, so what if I go all out with Lurs on the climb and then just dive into the descent? Then I get the bonus seconds with Lurs instead. 5.5 kilometers to go, the climb is coming, so let's do Herzog on 99. It's slightly cobbly this climb, the Largo Colle Aperto, 1.4 kilometers in length. Right now Lurs can get ready, he can be ready to launch right now on all out. Watzek can drop the wheel, that is the plan. Looks like we've got on the right side Tarling. Let's get into the wheel of maybe Carapaz, maybe Bernal. Let's do Carapaz, that would be nice. Come on Lurs, attack away buddy, attack away. We've got a gap, we've got a gap, keep on going. 99 over the top, Watzek in the wheel of the others. We need to make sure we can follow whatever's happening here, so let's follow Remco Evenepoel himself with Watzek, but we've got a 7-second gap and I want to keep that, so go all out my friend. 8 seconds, 10 seconds, come on Lurs, we can take time right now, we can take time. Last 1.9 kilometers, I'm going to try and beat Remco for a second to take away the bonus seconds with Watzek right now. There we go, and we've got a gap. Louis Joulers is going to win this stage and take time on the riders behind us, and Wotzik takes away the bonus seconds. Absolutely perfect. Like most of the stuff we tried in this stage completely failed. Going in the breakaway, re-going into the breakaway, trying to go for intermediate sprints, then trying to attack on the final climb, the final big climb. All did not work, but in the end we played the final perfectly and we win the stage with a 1-2. In GC, Remco Evenepoel is still the leader, but we move up to third right now, past Almeida and Arensman on 3:19 of Remco Evenepoel. So that is better already. Last episode, what did I say? It's Remco hunting season, and we are hunting. 3 minutes and 19 seconds, come on, we can do this. Okay, next up, stage 16, Monte Bondone, I think won by Joao Almeida back in the day. I'd like to have someone in the breakaway on this stage as maybe a satellite rider, but also simply good form on lures, which, with his fitness peak, should be alright. By the way, a reminder, the best climber in this race to beat is not actually Remco Evenepoel. He's got 79 mountain stat. Isaac Del Toro, ahead of us in second place, he's got 82 mountain stats. So what if he becomes the rider that we have trouble beating here? That's gonna be troublesome because that guy actually can climb. Wait. Before I get attacked by my fellow Belgians, I'm not saying that Remco can't climb. I'm saying that he's only got 79 mountain stat in the game. Anyway, Louis Joe Lures, let's try and beat both of them, Remco and Del Toro. Once again, I am trying the same thing, trying to get Bauer and Steinhauser in the breakaway. Steinhauser not on 8 minutes anymore, now 12 minutes, so maybe it's possible this time around. And oh la la, look at the stats of Louis Joe Lures, 82 mountain as well, so Isaac Del Toro, you're not the only climber around anymore, buddy. Lewis is coming to get you. And good news, the peloton is not exactly pacing hard, so the breakaway is gone. 2 minutes, 23 riders in total, so a very large breakaway with a couple of big climbers like Archie Ryan. Why did I say Archie Ryan first? Actually, Archie's stats are better than Richard Carapaz, his teammate, so I didn't necessarily expect that, but also, I'm pretty sure Egan Bernal is in this group, so yeah, he's right here. What I'm trying to say is, pretty strong breakaway, couldn't make it for the stage. Still 130 kilometers to go in the race, so quite a long time. The first climb of the day is starting and the gap is now 3 minutes 40, so peloton is increasingly losing time, so that's good for us. Halfway to climb, Lewis Bauer is dropping from the breakaway though, out of red energy, so simply can't follow right now. So that's a bit sad. I probably should have put a different rider in the breakaway, like Herzog or something. Rider by rider, people are dropping on this first climb. We've now made it over the top with our boy, and we've lost a bit of a gap on two riders that fought for the KOM points. I don't care about those points, but the gap to the peloton is now 10 minutes and 35 seconds, so that's a massive gap. This breakaway is winning. The breakaway has come back together. I'm going to move up to the front of this group because an intermediate sprint is coming up. I don't care about the points, but if I can get 3 bonus seconds for free with Steinhauser, who after the stage might be closer in GC, then I might as well take it. Oh, nearly lost that sprint from Van Eetveld, so that was close. For context, before the stage, I was 11 minutes 46 behind in GC. We're now 11 minutes 40 ahead in the stage, so almost at the top of the ranking, but also we gotta keep in mind Archie Ryan on 11:09, so he's the best placed rider in this breakaway. The break is about to start the second last climb in the race with about 60 kilometers to go. I'm still in the breakaway with Steinhauser, 12 minutes 20 on the peloton that seems to be speeding up. Is that the case? I think it might be, yes. Quickstep is pushing with Matteo Jorgensen. I forgot he was there. Nonetheless, Steinhauser still in the running for the stage win. Maybe also move up a little bit in GC. But I gotta say, I'm not looking forward to the final climb because I'll have to focus on the breakaway and on the GC with lures, and I'm not good at focusing on two things at the same time in PCM. Oh my god, you can see it at the bottom. The gap towards the peloton has completely exploded because Matteo Jorgensen is done for. And we've only got one domestique left for Evenepoel, and he's not using him. So 17 minutes, 18 minutes is the gap. Are we going for GC with Steinhauser by accident? Is this where I pretend that this was my plan all along? Because it certainly wasn't. Once again, I want to try and move up before this climb because there's an intermediate sprint and I want the bonus seconds over Archie Ryan. If this matters for GC later, there we go. Let's sit up on the climb now and let's let these guys do the work now. Oh, Archie Ryan attacks. I don't like that. I'll have to do my own tempo now on, let's say, 70? I simply can't follow this move so early on the climb because I'll ruin myself in the process, so let's try and work together with this group. In the peloton, Remco has put his final domestique Robodont at the front of the peloton pacing, but that will not be enough, buddy. The gap is 19 minutes and it looks like we've got Mr. Archie Ryan, so I don't necessarily want to keep pacing at the tempo I was pacing at, but I also want to keep the gap on the peloton, so bit of a dilemma. 18 minutes 30 is the gap now. Looks like Alex Segaard from Ineos is helping Quickstep in the peloton, so looks like the other teams have blinked, which I don't like. Lurs is still in a good position with teammates, so that's nice. At the front, we've got ourselves pacing on 65 with 9 kilometers to go, so I think I can up that to 70 actually. We've got Hindley in the wheel, Ryan in the wheel, and also Van Aertveld, and still a gap of 17 minutes on the peloton. I don't care about beating Hindley and Van Aertveld. I kind of want to beat Ryan though, because that man is the closest in GC. 5.7 kilometers to go. I'm going 73 right now with Steinhauser, Lurs on 74, and we've got no gaps in the peloton yet, but my energy is suffering a little bit more with Lurs than I would hope for. Brenno's almost done for, so Vatse can take over. I need to up the tempo and move towards the front of the group a little bit. There we go. Steinhauser, we're not dropping anyone right now. Our energy is still looking okay, so that's nice. Hindley might be dropping through the group, but I could be literally inventing that in my head. Let's up it towards 76. I think I can uphold that for 3.8 kilometers in the peloton. Focusing on two things, it's madness. So chaotic. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying my best. I simply have to focus on the front right now, so Steinhauser is our focus. Let's do 73. Van Aertveld is getting dropped. Leonard Van Aertveld is dropped. We don't have unlimited yellow bars, so I'm doing my best to play it perfectly. 2 kilometers towards the top. Hindley looks like he's about to drop, but Archie Ryan still looks good. I don't like this at all. Herzog, let's pause it for a second. Oh la la, good pause. Lurs right here. Energy Gel on Herzog. Lurs needs to keep on following on, let's say, 78 to his own tempo and try and crawl back to the front. Wait a second. Hindley's attacking. I want to outsprint him right now. There goes Steinhauser outsprinting the others, and we're gonna win the stage right now on Monte Bondone. What a final! 12 minutes on the peloton. The others might come closer, so GC-wise not perfect, but where's Remco Evenepoel? Remco Evenepoel is being dropped! Remco is being dropped, and I've got energy, so let's keep on going. That man is losing minutes today. Del Toro's still ahead of us, but his energy is not looking good, so I'm crawling back, and I'm gonna pass him, and I am gonna drop him. Right now, Lurs on the right side of the road on, let's not overdo it either, let's do 71 on the right side of the road, passing AJ, August, Arensman, and Almeida kind of blocking me. We've got Aliotte still off the front, but that might be from the breakaway, yeah. We have dropped every GC rider right now. On Monte Bondone, we've got a massive gap on Remco. Come on, Lewis, final meters right now. Final 500 meters, going perfectly. Sprinting towards the final finish line. There we go, finishing on 12:55 roughly, but what do the others do? Almeida comes in roughly a minute later. We were 12:55-ish. Almeida loses a minute. August more than a minute. Del Toro loses 1 minute 30. Where is Remco Evenepoel? Oh la 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 la. Where is Remco Evenepoel? He's gonna be losing so much time. Are we first in GC? Maybe not. I think he holds on to his lead maybe by a little bit, or maybe Del Toro, I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know who's leading GC. But one thing is certain, this stage was absolute masterclass by REMBE Pro Cycling. Look at our boy on the podium. Georg Steinhauser beating Archie Ryan. Actually, Steinhauser might be in the lead. No. Archie Ryan is gonna be in the Maglia Rosa. No, we've got a new 1v1 nemesis. Once again, an Arkea rider. Archie Ryan, 20 seconds on Steinhauser. 5 full minutes on Louis Joe Lurs, who's in third. We gotta find a way to beat Archie f***ing Ryan. My goodness, before the stage started, I would have never expected GC to look like this. We're with 2 riders on the podium, and our best GC rider is the worst of the 2, on 5 full minutes. That's ridiculous. Yes, Lurs managed to drop. Del Toro managed to drop Remco Evenepoel straight into 6th position, but a new competitor has risen. Archie Ryan, 78 mountain and 80 medium mountain. And well, we've got Georg Steinhauser, 77 and 77, so worse in both stats. The question is now, do we try to beat Ryan with Steinhauser, or do we try to use Steinhauser to get Lurs to perform even better, to completely destroy Archie Ryan? Both is a possible strategy. Either way, that stage was absolutely epic, that's for sure. Next up, stage 17 is not a GC stage though, it's all about the sprinting. So Lewis Bauer, he's got 22 points on Arnaud Delis right now. I'd like to at least defend that, maybe extend that. And obviously, if I can win the stage, I'd love that too. Entering the last 35 kilometers, about 5.5 kilometers to go before the second intermediate sprint. I decided not to go for the first one because the points had been taken away by the breakaway, but on the second one there's only 4 riders ahead and they might get caught. So if we can catch those riders up front there, then we are going for the full 12 points here, and I feel like we might be able to get that. We are going early with Herzog, so let's lower it towards 95. We don't want to go all out, 99 now, and let's try and sprint right now with Herzog. Bauer in the wheel. Oh, where's Delis? Well, we're not looking good either, so Delis right there next to us. I'm going to try and beat Delis at least, and that's working, but I think we both don't get any points. Actually, 3 points for Lewis Bauer and 2 for Delis, so we extend our lead by 1 point. Entering the last 5 kilometers, but quite a bit of corners here. Wozzeck looking great in front of Ballerstedt and Bauer, who did spend some energy at the intermediate sprint, but so did our competitors. 3.5 kilometers to go, energy gel on Bauer, that's late. Wozzeck can go. I accidentally misclicked and I put Bauer on effort cursor, so let's do so with Wozzeck now instead. Herzog, get out of the way, buddy. Pretty perfect lead out right now. Wozzeck keep going on 99. Ballerstedt can launch his lead out right now. Bauer in the wheel, come on. Follow the wheel, follow the wheel, follow the wheel. Right now a launch from the wheel. There we go on the left side. Bauer versus Arnaud Delis. No, not Arnaud Delis. Anyone but Arnaud Delis. Can we podium at least? No, we get 4th, so the lead takes quite a bit of points on us. Gotta say, I'm scared to look at the points classification here. And turns out we were right to be scared because Arnaud Delis is the new leader of the Ciclamino jersey. 9 points is the difference only, so we are not out of the game. That being said, it's gonna be really difficult to get Bauer over this first climb in the breakaway on stage 18 to get points at the first intermediate. I just don't see that happening. But most importantly, it is a mountain stage, so it is an opportunity for us to drop Archie Ryan, who is currently in the Maglia Rosa. Reminder, Steinhauser is 20 seconds behind, Lurs is 5 minutes behind, so I'm still not sure what strategy I'll use. But I think I won't be in the breakaway this time. I think I'll work from the peloton. So this time around, no breakaway for us. I'll stay in the peloton. I do not want the craziest breakaway though. So let's try and somewhat control breakaway formation with Maurice Ballerstedt. Meanwhile, an absolutely perfect day for Steinhauser. 81 mountain stat, Lurs as well 82. So perfect start. Okay, looks like the breakaway has formed. Lenny Martinez is the closest rider on 12:42, so I'm not too scared. And the rest of the riders, I'm fine with this breakaway. Berge's already dropping. And in the peloton, I'm basically pacing 65 just to keep the gap from exploding. Oh snap, Steinhauser has hit the deck and is now chasing 2 minutes behind the peloton, so I'll drop back Ballerstedt. I've dropped back Bauer already. Bauer can get to the front and pace straight up 90 actually. Steinhauser can sit up and let Bauer do the work, but I'm pretty confident I can come back here. It's all about not wasting too much effort coming back. There we go, Bauer has brought Steinhauser back, but there's a split in the peloton, and actually, I think it benefits me. Lurs is up here. Is Archie Ryan up here? No, he's not. So Lurs is looking good, so I'll actually start pacing in this front group on, let's say 75 for now with Ballerstedt. That's a 1 minute gap on the group behind, and Arkea is in trouble. Demar is sprinting to close this gap, but then he bonks afterwards, so that ain't gonna work either. Come on, Wozzeck. Go to the front on 95. I want to slaughter the train that Arkea have left, and Wozzeck is doing exactly that, but EF is also pushing quite hard, so that's the problem. They've also got EF pacing. Wozzeck, you can't keep going 95 either, so I don't know about this. We might be wasting energy with this move. And now they're properly back, so let's sit up near the front. I don't want to waste any more energy, and I'm gonna try and focus on recovering so that we can defend our positions and, most importantly, attack Archie Ryan on the final 2 climbs. I decided to hard pace the second last climb with Emil Herzog, but that actually did not do much to the group. It's like still 43 people. I've got Brenner and Herzog now protecting both Steinhauser and Lurs, but I'm still not sure who of the two I'll go for on this final climb, as in, I think I should go for both. They both deserve their opportunity to try and win this Giro, so it's gonna be on me to try and focus on 2 riders at the same time, which That's not easy. On to the second last climb then, the Koi climb. Our positioning is not exactly perfect. We're literally at the back of the group. We've got a move right there by August and Arensman. I'm going to focus on Ryan for a little bit. I'm going to try and spend my energy towards the top of this climb. And actually, that's coming soon. So I should move up in the group because, well, it's only 3-4 kilometers towards the top of this climb. Evenepoel making a move. Ryan's already done for. Ryan is already done for. We're doing a hell of a job because Archie Ryan is already cooked with 7 kilometers before the finish line. So I'm going to keep on pacing with Lurs, with Steinhauser in the wheel towards the top. 90, 93, something like that. We got to keep some energy for the final climb to the finish line, but we're doing a fantastic job, and we are virtually in the Maglia Rosa. I'm flying to the top right now, flying with Steinhauser in the wheel. I want to do a duo time trial to the finish line here. There we go, over the top right now, 4.5 kilometers to go towards the actual finish, and there's still climbing to come, so I can't exactly go 99 to the finish, so 85 it is. We've got the rest of the GC riders in our wheel. Evenepoel, Van Eetveld on a bit of a gap here. Kus in trouble. I gotta make sure I can follow the attack of Del Toro because actually, well, to be honest, he's like 5 minutes behind Steinhauser. So as long as I can defend 5 minutes to Del Toro with Steinhauser, we're looking good right now. Last 1.5 kilometers, we're actually fighting for the stage win. I didn't realize that. 93. That might be too much. 92, something like that. 93. I'll try and do the same right now with Steinhauser into the last 300 meters. There goes Steinhauser for a podium position. Del Toro wins the stage, but we finish in the same group. Steinhauser finishing third. Lurs finishing probably 5th or 6th, which, to be honest, I'm very happy with this stage. Our goal was to drop Archie Ryan, and where is he? Where's Mr. Archie? He's all the way in Narnia. I can't even find him. Right here. Still 2 kilometers to go, so he's out of the jersey, and he might be out of the podium. He's gonna finish on like 7 minutes in this stage, so he's straight out of the podium, and most likely out of the top 5. This means Georg Steinhauser is the new leader of the Giro d'Italia, 4 minutes 44 on Isaac Del Toro, and then 4 seconds extra on Lurs. So do we go for Steinhauser at the moment? That we probably should. He's got a 4 minute 44 lead, but Lurs is still in the running for that second position. But despite Steinhauser not being the best climber in the world, the man's got 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Like, we have to try to win with him at this point. But the next mountain stage is absolutely brutal. Stage 19 is only 181 kilometers, but loads of climbing. 4.5 classified climbs to basically high altitude. Passo Campo Longo, we've got Valparola just after that. Passo Giao, then Tre Croci before the finish line, which is Trecime di Lavaredo, which is a very steep climb. I think the last 3.5 kilometers is like 14% maybe? So despite having a 4 minute and 44 second lead with Georg Steinhauser over Del Toro, we're not completely safe yet. Like, Steinhauser has 77 mountain, 74 time trial. Meanwhile, Del Toro is both better, a lot better in mountain and time trial. And well, there's a pretty serious mountain time trial on the next stage. So yeah, ideally I can finish the stage with still a 2 minute plus lead on Del Toro. So yeah, it's time to take Del Toro, put him on a barbecue and grill him. So the race is about to begin. Georg Steinhauser in the Maglia Rosa. It looks beautiful. Let's try and get Maurice Ballerstedt to the front because I'm expecting lots of attacks. As you can see right now, lots of riders trying to get away, and let's be honest, we don't want the uncontrollable race. Oh, what is happening? I accidentally got in the breakaway with Louis Jo Lurs and Ballerstedt pacing instead of controlling, which I'm okay with the situation, but it looks like some other teams are not. So they're closing us down. They're not exactly managing to close that breakaway, and I decided to bridge towards this group with Lewis Bauer because that man could use the intermediate sprint points right here to try and steal Ciclamino away from Arnaud Delis. The gap is now 50 seconds, but Little Trek is desperately trying to close it. The gap has now grown to 2 minutes right now. Ballerstedt is dropping from the breakaway though, and it looks like Bauer will drop pretty soon as well, which is sad because he will not make it to the intermediate sprint, it seems like, because he's about to drop here. No, Lewis, no! We've lost Lewis at the front. Actually, wait a second, Remco Evenepoel is also in this breakaway. That's kind of dangerous. Wait a second, so is Del Toro. This is why they're all pacing. Most GC riders are here. Anyway, looks like the break has set up, so Hater is closing it and has closed it. No breakaway left. Some riders have attacked once again, 5 riders in total, which means there's still quite a few points available in the peloton. Bauer is in a good position, so let's make sure he sprints for that right now. Straight up, already, with 1.5 kilometers to go. The lead is not in position, so that is excellent. We're going off the front, and we're taking the points with Bauer. That is how many points? Let's take a look. Lewis Bauer, 3 points. Better than 0, I guess. Anyway, the climbs are properly starting now, and I gotta say, a 4-man breakaway, Lenny Martinez, Christian Ott-Eiking, who's already dropping, Leknesund and Lutsenko, that's a really easy breakaway to control, so perfect scenario for us. So, 45 kilometers to go on the second last proper climb. We've got the Passo Giao, 10 kilometers, 9.2%. Pretty big climb, actually. We've got 5-man breakaway. Stone Limited has jumped from the peloton to the breakaway, but the guy's on 40 minutes in GC, so I'm not exactly scared. And let's be honest, look at the peloton. Jordi Meus is pacing, a sprinter, so perfect race so far for us. Pretty relaxed, pretty passive, no crazy attacks by Del Toro, so we are doing well. Wait a second, someone has attacked in the peloton. It's Primoz Roglic. Oh my god. Jordi Meus was setting up an attack for Primoz. That's crazy. Topping the Passo Giao, Roglic is almost at the breakaway. 25 seconds from the front. Already 4 minutes on the peloton. Gotta say I'm not too scared because, well, he's on 12 minutes in GC, but I do have to keep an eye on him. So, with the Passo Giao behind us, only Tre Croci and Tre Cime de Lavaredo left. The first of the climbs is not the steepest, 9.3 kilometers, 6.5%, but the final one is deadly, so I want to save a lot of energy for that last climb. Ineos is setting a brutal tempo on this climb, so I'm trying to spend as little energy as possible, so I'm putting maintain position on 75, 76. I want to stay in the group, in the draft, but I don't want to spend too much energy. Now starting the final climb, the gap to Roglic is still 3 minutes, so not exactly a danger for us, but now people are speeding up. People are speeding up on this climb. Lots of riders dropping right now. Herzog is our last domestique. Lurs in the wheel of Steinhauser. I have to stay in the draft on these first 2 kilometers. As you can see on the profile on the right top, the first half of this climb, it's basically a fake news climb. It's basically half flat for the first half, but after that, it gets really steep. So I'm trying to save my energy for that moment. AJ August, we've got Del Toro going. We've got Del Toro going. I'm gonna do my own tempo because I can't manage to follow that from the foot of the steep section. 3.5 kilometers to go. We are losing 1 minute 20 right now. They've bridged up towards Roglic right now, but I'm hoping Del Toro runs out of energy pretty soon. Still 3 kilometers to go, and I'm trying to focus on Steinhauser. Lurs can protect Steinhauser. I'm focusing on trying to win this Giro with Steinhauser. 125. I can't be spending this much energy, so let's go back down to 69 right now. Come on, Georg. Keep on going, Georg. Keep on going. 1 minute 50 right now. Del Toro attacks again, dropping Evenepoel. Are we in trouble? I don't think we are in trouble, but I gotta keep on pacing 71, something like that with Steinhauser, because I can't be losing much more than the gap it is now, which is 2 minutes 30. We're definitely not finishing 1 to win this Giro, by the way. That's not happening, but I'm focusing on trying to win it right now. Let's do 73, 74. The victor of the stage is going to be Isaac Del Toro, taking bonus seconds as well, but I'm trying to reduce the gap to maybe 2 minutes. That would be perfect. Steinhauser trying to come past. Lurs can launch it. Lurs can launch it in the last bit, but Steinhauser is going to finish on roughly 2 minutes. Lurs on about 50 seconds, so won't change much for GC. But Steinhauser, come on, man. Keep on going until the line. We've got AJ August finishing ahead of him. We've got ourselves finishing on 150. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Like, we lost quite a bit of time, but I feel like we've got everything under control here. This is what GC looks like after that stage. Georg Steinhauser, 2 minutes 48 on Isaac Del Toro, so pretty comfortable lead for a time trial, and 4 minutes 04 on Lurs, so it's actually gonna be tough to keep that third position with Lurs against the likes of Remco Evenepoel now. Nonetheless, Steinhauser is my focus. I feel like we're pretty damn secure with a 2 minute 48 lead, but you can never be certain. And actually, thanks to the first intermediate sprint, we're also on 6 points right now of Lewis Bauer, but that's irrelevant for the next stage. That's important for stage 21. I have to confess, I'm extremely scared of this time trial. 18.4 kilometers with the first 10 kilometers being flat, but the final 8 kilometers includes the Monte Lusari climb, a really steep climb. And sadly, the heavy favorite for this time trial is Isaac Del Toro, our competitor in GC. A final reminder, our lead is 2 minutes 48 and it can be washed away by this time trial, so let's hope that doesn't happen. This time trial will decide who wins this Giro d'Italia and I want to win it. So yeah, let's go. So I'm on the road with Ballerstedt, a bit of a test subject at the start of this time trial, and I find it really weird this time trial because obviously it's flat for the first half and then the climb starts really steep. And it looks like the AI-controlled riders, for example, Bauer was put on automatic, spent 0 drops of his yellow bar on the flat. And now on the climb, he's finally spending his yellow bar, so that seems to be the strategy of the computer riders. I actually tried something slightly different. I tried to spend a little bit of energy on the flat, and then I tried to up it towards 75 to 80 on the climb, and Bollested's doing pretty amazing, and he's second overall right now at the finish, so I reckon that strategy also works. It looks like the amount of race days we've thrown at Matthias Wacek are finally catching up with him. -3 daily form, -7 on his prologue stat. Not that it matters today, to be honest, but it is notable. That man deserves a 2-month trip to the Maldives after this. Hola, Louis Joleurs on the road with fantastic form, +3 daily form, and that means 76 time trial, and most importantly, 82 mountain, but also Steinhauser about to start, and oh la 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 la. +3 on his mountain stat, also +3 daily form, so looking fantastic right now. I'll start him on roughly 68 on the flat. I don't want to be spending a lot of energy on this flat section. First time check incoming. Louis Joleurs is currently third on 6 seconds, 4 seconds of Evenepoel. Steinhauser is not there yet. Del Toro's about to cross that line, so let's take a look. He's doing slightly better the same time as Evenepoel. Let's take a look at Steinhauser now. I'm a little bit scared here because this is taking a long time, and he's 6th right now, so looking pretty good for now. On the climb, I'm upping the effort towards 77, maybe 78, Steinhauser as well, because this climbing segment is the most important. Oh snap, Del Toro is flying past Lures already, just as the climb began, so this is not looking good. That's not a good sign. Second time check then, Del Toro takes the first time 33, oh my god. 1 minute 28 on Louis Joleurs? What the hell just happened? What is Del Toro doing? He's destroying us. Steinhauser is not even gonna be close. Oh my god, this is gonna be 2 minutes. This is gonna be 2 minutes. Oh my god. Oh no, Steinhauser's doing a lot better than Lures, so he's 109 down. Okay, I've paced this time trial far from perfect. Del Toro's about to finish right now. Seems to be slightly out of energy, maybe? He crosses the line first, though, 55 seconds on Almeida. We don't spend all our energy on Lures on 152, but I need to spend my energy on Steinhauser. 93 to the final. Come on, come on, come on. Down to 85 into the final 300 meters. 99 in the final stretch, and we defend the Giro! Yes! Del Toro wins the stage, but we finish on 1 minute and 23 seconds with Steinhauser. Far from a perfect time trial for us, so we definitely could have paced that a lot better, but we've done it anyway. There is our man, Georg Steinhauser, the winner of the Giro d'Italia, if he doesn't crash in stage 21, knock on wood. But for now, he's looking like he's gonna win a Grand Tour for us. The first Grand Tour victory of REMBE Pro Cycling. By a German rider, that is. Exactly what we wanted. But on this final stage, this is the classification that I do want to fight for. It's a sprint stage, so 6 points is the lead of Arnaud Delis on Lewis Bauer. Can we take Ciclamino or not? We're about to find out. So yeah, finishing off the Giro with a simple sprint stage, a single goal, gaining 6 points on the lead. Can we talk about how technical the city circuit is? So many corners, so many narrow sections as well. This is actually insane. This might break open the race by accident. One thing is certain, positioning in this sprint will be vital. But actually first, intermediate sprints. There's 3 riders in the breakaway, so there's still, I think, 5 points available. Is that correct? Yes, 5 points available per intermediate sprint. I've got Brenner keeping us in position right now with about 8.7 kilometers to go before the first intermediate, so let's keep ourselves up here. 3.5 kilometers to go. Delis is basically in our wheels, so that's kind of scary. Bollestad is ready to do his lead out pretty soon. These corners are actually deadly, so I might launch a bit early with Bollestad to be ahead of Delis right now. There we go. Launch a sprint with Bollestad. Bauer in the wheel. This is not good. Bauer tries to launch. Come on, we gotta beat Delis. We gotta beat Delis. No, he's gonna beat us. He's gonna beat us. We don't even finish in the position after him, I think. No, we don't. We lose 2 points, so we're now 8 points behind. Second intermediate sprint coming up. Herzog doing the lead out. Wacek can go now all out with a brutal attack. That's what we're doing. Bauer in the wheel can launch before this corner. Ahead of Delis right now. This is perfect. Wacek can keep on sprinting, trying to beat Delis. Bauhaus beat Delis. No, Delis gets second behind us. But the breakaway was caught, so we get 12 points. Delis gets 8 points, so we get back 4 points, which means 8 minus 4 is 4. We're now 4 points behind. Back in the day at school, when you didn't know where math was gonna be useful in life, intermediate sprints in Pro Cycling Manager. So it looks like the battle for Ciclamino will come down to the final sprint in the Giro d'Italia, And that's intense. Steinhauser, part of the lead out for our team. So that's pretty cool to see. I'm using him right now as the 5th last man. Herzog not looking too good, so I'm going to switch that around so he's before Wozzeck in the train. But Bowerman, today's your day. Come on, deliver. Moving up to 99 with Steinhauser. Herzog about to take over in the next corner. Right now, Steinhauser done for, but you need to stay in position because, well, I want you to win GC and not lose time. Energy shell on both Ballerstedt and Bauer. A bit late on Ballerstedt. Losing some red bar right now, so let's drop it to 95. There we go. Last 3.5 kilometers. Wozzeck can go on 97, 99. I'm going 99. Herzog out of the wheel, buddy. Ballerstedt, come on. Come on, Ballerstedt. We can launch early with you because there's a corner in the final sprint. Wozzeck, keep on sprinting to take away points. Bauer can go early. There we go in this corner. Bauer versus the lead versus Milan. We are going to win. Are we going to win? Are we going to win? Come on, Bauer. Come on, Bauer. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! We win the stage! And I think we gain enough points on Arnaud de Liwetad, winning by a single spot over him in the stage. I think we take Ciclamino away from that b****. Lewis Bauer takes his 2nd stage win. The hidden hero, the secret hero of his Giro d'Italia for REMBE Pro Cycling. What an amazing Grand Tour for the man. But most importantly, Georg Steinhauser, not Louis Joleurs, not our preset leader for the race, is the winner of the Giro d'Italia 2028. Steinhauser's done it. He's bloody well done it. Our first Grand Tour victory. And on top of that, there we go. Lewis Bauer on the podium with the Ciclamino jersey among his shoulders. Getting that on the final stage. And most importantly, in the final sprint, that is so incredibly fulfilling. That's amazing. Honestly, when this Giro started, I did not expect Steinhauser to become our main GC guy and to win this Grand Tour. And actually, is this not the exact same way that he won the Volta a Catalunya by losing time initially in GC, then going in the breakaway, taking time back, and suddenly being so well positioned to win the race overall? Because his Grand Tour victory this Giro is all thanks to stage 16, the Monte Bondone stage, taking 12 plus minutes on Del Toro, on Louis Joleurs, and then fighting it out with Archie Ryan, then eventually trying to defend against Del Toro. What a Grand Tour victory. And Lewis Bauer, easily one of the better transfers we've done for the team as well, starting to win in smaller races like Alula, New Zealand Cycle Classic, but then leveling it up, winning World Tour races, to the Polonia stage win, 4 stage wins at Tour Down Under, 2 at Tour de Romandie, 1 at Paris, 1 at Etzulia, and then eventually 2 stage wins at the Giro, plus the points classification, plus Ciclamino. And well, obviously, after winning the Giro, we are still the best team in the world with 16,757 points. We are dominating the World Tour ranking. Once again, REMBE Pro Cycling is the best team in the world. Anyway, in the next 2 episodes, we'll take on preparation races, the Dauphiné, Tour de Suisse, but also the national championships. But after that, we take on the one race this entire series has been building towards, the Tour de France 2028. At the start of the series, we said we want to get a German in the yellow jersey, and we kind of want to win the Tour de France with a German rider. And that is exactly what we're going to try and do in potentially the final episodes of this entire series. To answer a simple question, can REMBE Pro Cycling deliver a German rider to win the Tour de France? But hey, all that is for in a couple of episodes, so as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!